Hello, today I'm going to do a makeup 101 as requested by one of you guys. So basically, how can we create a very good everyday wear, and what do we need? It's a few things that you can have in your kit. You don't have to have the kind of number of lipsticks I have because I just love doing it. You can just create a look with just a few things. So that's what I'm going to do today. The key to getting a good finish for your makeup is a good skin prep. You don't have to have a clear skin to get a good finish. The key is to have a good hydrated skin. When I say hydration does not come with just applying hydration or a moisturizer like my favorite, the Neutrogena, the day on which you're going to apply makeup. It is a routine. You got to have a good skin prep routine in place, and for that you need a few things. You need a good toner, for example. What does a toner do? Toner actually hydrates your skin. It also helps you take away all the dead skin and dry skin. Our skin regenerates every day, and you can see sometimes when you wake up, you will have dry patches. If you use toner on your face, depending on the type of skin you have, you will get a very smooth finish, even though there may be hyperpigmentation, even though there may be acne, even though there may be different shades on your face. You still need a toner to harmonize your skin and make it look even. So it doesn't look like lots of pores and lots of unevenness. It's more the smoothness of the face that you achieve with a toner. So my go-to toner is the Anthelios Rosewater and Chamomile Gentle Skin Toner. I use this because I react to anything that has got alcohol in it, and this one does not have alcohol. It says alcohol free. That is the reason why I use this, and I don't use it with a puff. I apply it onto my hand and then pat it onto my face every morning. So this smells of sandalwood, so I like that. There might be other perfume free, alcohol free skin toners. This is a gentle one because my skin is very reactive to strong alcohols and strong things that a product might contain. I love Natio. Natio is very natural, very vegan, very gentle, and very appropriate for middle-aged skin. And that's why I like it. You also see, even though there is no alcohol, most products that are quickly drying have alcohol in it. That is the reason they dry. This does not have alcohol, but you can see while I was talking, literally it's dried on my face. Then one of the other things I do is I moisturize my lips on the day I'm applying makeup, first thing in the morning. This is my Lineage lip sleeping mask I apply at night, in the morning often as well. If I didn't get the hydration I need, I will apply this on my lip and leave it. If I run out of this, my backup is just pure butter. I apply pure butter on my lip if my Lineage is not available, and it works beautifully as well. Try and use an organic butter if you can. And then what do I do next? I also use a eye cream, because often eye makeup is the first one you do. I take the e.l.f. eye cream with hyaluronic acid and peptide. This is my favorite eye cream. It's better than the Kiehl. The Kiehl didn't do much for me. This one worked for me. So it's about working out what works for you. And how do I do that? I take a sample pot from Mecca and see how it works on my skin before I spend money on it. The Tatcha one, I didn't find much different to this e.l.f. one. It was a good product. The e.l.f. one is really good for me. So apply that on my eyes and I just leave it there. Then I move on to my face. For my face, I apply a good gel base in the morning. During the day, apply a good gel base or water-based moisturizer. My favorite for years. I've applied this at least for 10 years. The Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hyaluronic Acid. Today my skin appears a bit dry, so I'm using the night cream. I do switch between these depending on how my skin is. If it is very well hydrated, I use the water base. If it is not, then I use the cream. And the other thing that determines what cream I apply is often if it's silicone or water based foundation. It doesn't make a lot. If your technique gets better, it doesn't make a lot of difference if it's water based or gel based, silicone based, but it's good to know. Some products just react to it. So you've got to have that knowledge and what works for you. I have a friend who I recommended the Neutrogena water base, and she said it dries her skin out. So working out a good moisturizer that works for you is key. I don't use Cetaphil and things like that. It's very, very oily on my skin. This is the one product that works. Then I use a good sunscreen. Sunscreen is key if you have, if you live in a country where there is a lot of sun. I apply it 365 days. I go between different products depending on what Avene is the lightest of the one. I also have a Neutrogena one. Then there's the Cancer Council one that works well as well. So I switch between these products. Anything that is light can be used. I also use the La Roche-Posay Anthelios XL. This is a tinted dry gel cream. So it is basically an anti-shine one. So on the days that I have got a lot of oil on my face, I use this one. Or just go straight for a tinted moisturizer. It works fantastic. You don't need hydration, and then just this is all you need. You don't need a foundation on the days. So I would apply this product. So this basically is like a foundation. So I would just use it on my skin if I don't want to go for a foundation. Now, if you want to go for a foundation look, say you've got a function. I just did a video on this recently, so I'm going to tell you how I am going to apply foundation. So before I apply foundation, you can see I've got pores on my face. So I do apply a anti-pore primer. You don't have to if you don't mind the pores, but I do like to apply a primer. So for a primer, you have to identify what is it that you don't like about your skin. So for me, it's the pores in the center of my face. So I have a lot of products like the NYX pore filler I like. I have then, this is the best one I like. Milani No Pore Zone works the best of the lot. It just mattifies the face, the pores, and blurs it. Now I use a combination of this. So I have the Sheep Glam one, which I will bring. So how I fill my pores is I take a scoop, a little bit in there. And I have no pores on my nose. This is the only area I've got pores. And I regret not applying retinol in my 30s, because had I done that, I would not have this big size pores. I do exfoliate regularly. So with a chemical exfoliator such as BHA, which reduces the chances of it getting blocked with dead cells and actually creating problems such as acne. So I've not, touch wood, I've not had acne in that area in a few years now. Now, I do like, so you can see it's already looking a bit blurred. Now I take the Milani No Pore Zone and then tighten. So that one just fills it in physically, and then I blend it with my hand. I do apply a bit on my chin as well, and then I take this, and then this one just physically shrinks that pore. That's how I feel this works. So if you have a pores on your nose, you can apply here as well. Can you see the blur it has given? Then I go for this one. This is the Power Grip Primer if I want my makeup to last. Often I don't apply a primer if it's an everyday wear, but if you've got a long day, you're going out after that, then I use this 4% niacinamide Power Grip Primer from e.l.f. on top of all of this, just in the areas where on my chin very commonly I lose makeup, and on my nose and my forehead are my areas where I want a power grip to be applied. And that's basically it. And then I will apply a setting spray. So this is a fresh face dewy setting spray which has cucumber, snow mushroom from Barry M. You can use any mist setting spray. Basically, setting spray makes sure all of this, you know, blends into your skin and stays, and then I will let it dry. Can you see it's dried, but my skin is still glowing from the primer and the skin prep we've done. Now, I do apply something to glow if I want a glowy finish. So this is the Magic Glow Booster from Essence. It's about $7. Or you can go, if you want a little bit more expensive, then you can, L'Oreal Glotion is the one. It really does not make a difference. To be honest with you, they all give the same finish. I think the Glotion is a bit more glowy. The other one I prefer is the Fresh Face Color and Correcting Primer from Barry M. This is a very good product. I think this is a new one. I usually store these things for the year when there's a sale. So today let's use the Barry M one, the Fresh Face Primer. So what I do is I'll take about that much and I will apply on my face. It's a beautiful product. It just makes your skin look like it's glowing from inside. And there are days I would just apply this and then apply no foundation at all if my skin is in a healthy state. That is the key to deciding if this is all you need to apply. Then I will let it rest. Between each step, you need to let the skin rest so it settles in. So I'm going to use today, you can go like this if you don't need a lot of moisturizer, but if you want a foundation, you want makeup, then you got to use a foundation. So this is the Fit Me Matte Poreless foundation with clay. I love this foundation. How I use this is, it's quite thick for everyday wear. So I use this technique that I found on the internet going viral, which is from, I think Hailey Bieber, I'm sorry, not my generation, so you got to bear with me. I use the Thayer's, the Hydration Milk Toner. I take a little bit, usually I do a palette, but today I'm just after work, I'm tired. I take a little bit of the milk toner, and what I do is I just mix this with my hand in the back of my hand. I mix it thoroughly. Take your time to mix it. I'm just going to come back up. So it looks somewhat like this. Now Hailey uses her hand. I don't like using my hand. So I'm going to use a brush. So I'll use a foundation brush. So I use a flat brush. When I'm applying something very thin like this, I take it on my brush. I never apply foundation directly to my face because I like a good finish. I like it to be even on my face, and I like it to look like it's part of my skin rather than it's sitting on my skin, so it looks like it's glowing from within. And then I take my time to blend it. Now I will go with a sponge, but first I apply the foundation evenly. But for a foundation, I will just use this brush and blend it very, very well on my, I use a wet sponge. When you squeeze it, no water should come out, but it should be soaked. And then I gently press it in. I press it thoroughly, like I take a long time, literally 2 to 3 minutes to sponge the makeup into my skin, press it in. I would literally, can you see how well that has blended into my skin? So I'll blend it off camera and come back. And then I will take my setting spray again, squirt it. So these are stages of hydration I do to my skin so my makeup stays in place and looks fresh. And that's it. That is the first step. The skin prep and the foundation is done. You can see it looks like skin. So the next stage we are going to do is, in the next video, we're going to do concealing, contouring, bronzing, and highlighting. I'll see you in the next video, guys.